Hey everybody, this is Geneva of whatever. Geneva's Closet Talk Show. Please make sure you like and share this video and subscribe to Geneva's Closet if you haven't already done so right here on YouTube. And you can follow me on Facebook at Geneva's Closet, and you can email me at genevascloset22@gmail.com. Now let's get into the news. Hey everybody, how you doing? Happy Monday. I think today is absolutely Monday. So let's get right into it. You all know, because I just did a video not too long ago saying I don't care nothing about this Jay-Z stuff, nothing, not really. I don't really care about it, not for real. But what I do like, if you know Geneva, if you know me and you know Geneva's Closet, what you do know is, but I do love history. I do love history. So that's what we're going to kind of get into today. Because I was having a conversation with someone the other day, and they was like, Geneva, why don't you talk about Jay-Z? And I was like, I don't want to talk about Jay-Z. He was like, talk about Jay-Z. I don't want to talk about Jay-Z. But then I started doing some research on it, and I was like, well, here goes some interesting information. So if I do talk about Jay-Z, we're going to take a different spin on it. We're going to bring up some other stuff. And my research came to, who is this Tony Buzbee guy? And when I did a little research on him, then I really started finding this case a little bit interesting. And this is why. Because he brought this case against Jay-Z. Jay-Z said from the very beginning, not me, you're not gonna do me like that. I'm a whole different type of breed of a rapper, of a whatever from New York. You ain't gonna just be coming. So from the very beginning, he had been saying that this wasn't him, that he ain't had nothing to do with this. And then the information came out about 13-year-old. I don't know if she was interviewed or the girl who was 13, who this whole thing is allegedly about. And then she was saying, I don't know if they said she had some type of disability. And then she was saying that she didn't remember everything with the case or something like that. And then they interviewed her father. And then her father said that, because she said that her father came and picked her up after she had been sexually assaulted. And then the father said that was a 5-hour drive. He don't remember nothing like that he would have remembered that. So I'm just like, so what type of case is this then that you're bringing forth? So did you all not do the research? Because it appears to me that it would have just taken some simple research. All you had to do was go talk to the father. So y'all didn't talk to the father to find out if he had went to pick up the daughter. You didn't go and interview any people. I just find that to be, so is this like an open and cut case? And then it says that Tony Buzbee then went and sued Rock Nation because he's saying that Jay-Z's attorneys is trying to go and conjure up or get a whole bunch of his people that I guess he used to represent and have them do a suit against him. And he said that all of this is frivolous and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, but what happened with the 13-year-old? Is that case still going? Because if she's saying that she don't fully remember and her father's saying, then it seems like that's something that should be thrown out. But like when you read up on Tony Buzbee, none of that even makes sense. It just seems like that he would not bring forth the case without doing some research. So let's get into it. That's what we're going to get into. We're going to get into who is this Tony Buzbee guy? Because I just found some interesting thing that I don't know if this has already been brought up. I'm not sure. But we're going to bring it over here to Geneva's Closet, whether it has or has not. We're going to bring it over here. This is what we're going to do. Okay, now what does this say? Now, this article was written in, I got it on my phone. This article was written in 2014, so this is 10 years ago. And it says, the biggest, baddest, meanest dog in the yard. This is what he's called. This is what he calls himself. This is this Tony Buzbee guy. He said he's the biggest, baddest, meanest dog in the yard. Forget what y'all talking about. Tony Buzbee, because we heard that he was in the military, because Jay-Z had brought up something about him being in the military. Who is this man? Tony Buzbee was a 22-year-old lieutenant. I gotta make sure my volume is up. Lieutenant, just out of the ROTC at Texas A&M, serving in the Persian Gulf in 1991 when he faced his platoon of Marines for the first time. If his men had any thoughts of testing the new kid commander in Kuwait, they were soon erased. There's nothing you can beat me at, Buzbee said to the group, not at boxing or in one-on-one basketball or in cards or at a foot race. I'm stronger than you and I'm smarter than you, so don't try me. Any questions? That's how you lead in the Marines, he says more than 2 decades later in his large and sparse office that looks over downtown Houston from the 73rd floor. You've got to be fearless. So Tony Buzbee said he's fearless. He said, don't test him, don't play with him. His epic battles against oil corporation BP, which Buzbee estimates yielded about $400 million for his clients in Texas and Louisiana. So he's a Southern attorney. Okay, from Texas. Landed the Houston attorney on the cover of the New York Times Magazine in 2010. He was on New York Times in 2010. This case was huge. So he's not just some rinky-dinky, linky attorney. He may be the closest the Southwest legal field has to an action hero. What? That's what they think about him. And there's even been talk of making a movie based on his fights with BP. Dang, that's just like old girl, that woman who was an attorney who had went up against the big people and they made a movie against her. Dang, so he one of them. Gerard Butler, if that's his name. Butler, the Scottish, oh, wait a minute. When they ask Buzbee, when they do a movie after him, who do he want to be the leading role? He said Gerard Butler. Gerard, is that his name? Whatever. He said the Scottish 300, you know, the man who played in 300, star who drank his way out of the legal profession and onto the big screen would have to work on a slight East Texas accent. Tony Buzbee is the biggest, baddest, meanest dog in the yard. That's a fact, okay? Says Houston attorney Chad Pinkerton. That's what Pinkerton said, who worked at Buzbee Law Firm from 2005 until starting his own office in 2006. But he's also generous, and he cares a lot about his people and his clients. He taught me everything I know about practicing law. That's what Chad had said. Fashionably dressed in his suit. I'm not the lawyer. This is what Buzbee said. He said, I'm not the lawyer people hire because I have a cool website or a nice ad placement in the yellow pages. No. They hire me to beat the other guy. They get so pissed that they say, you know what? I'm going to call Tony Buzbee. If that doesn't send shivers up the spine of some pompous corporate lawyer, he says with a big smile, it should. Dang, he a little cocky, ain't he? He a little cocky Southern Texas lawyer that went up against BPs that say, don't test me, don't play with me. One of Buzbee's rare losses, listen to this. One of his rare losses came when he, no. He said he hates losing so much. He hates losing cases so much that he hasn't been present to hear a jury's verdict read since 2001. What? Explain yourself. It's just too nerve-wracking. Thank God it's rare that I lose. He said that it's rare that he lose people. He said it's rare that but I don't know what's going on with this Jay-Z case, but he said it's rare that he loses because when it does happen, I just want to roll up in a ball like a baby. Oh, damn, he have like temper tantrums. The next day, it feels like I've been beaten by sticks. Really? My feeling is that if you can handle losing, you're a loser. Wow. That's pretty mini. That's pretty mini. Okay. One of Buzbee's rare losses came when he ran for state representative in 2001, because y'all know he had ran in the, he was trying to run for office and stuff in 2001. When he does have a setback, he tries to learn from it. The first case I lost was a young girl who'd been burned by a garment her parents purchased from Walmart. Oh, I gave the best arguments. My opening statement, you could have put it in a book. Cross-examination, brilliant. Closing argument of the 8 jurors, there were 7 crying. That's what Buzbee said. Buzbee said his stuff was down packed. Don't play with him. Buzbee excited. Candace is reminiscent of a Southern preacher. In each of the discrete elements of the case, I should have won, but I got poured out. The jury note came back. Can we give this little girl money and still find Walmart not liable? Buzbee knew he had lost the case then. I hate to lose, but what I won't say is that the jury sucked. I'm not going to say that. And what I won't say is that the judge screwed me. No, I'm not going to say that. It all comes down to the architecture of lawsuit. That's what I drill into our young attorneys. For the most part, the work you've done before you step in there means the case has already been decided. So what is going on with this JC case? I'm very confused. Are you all? Y'all do no research. How you go up against big people like BP, but then when it comes to this case, you just, I mean, what? Did they find the girl or did the girl find him? Either way it went. No, somebody didn't do no research. What do you say? That's what I drill into our young attorneys. For the most part, the work you've done before you step in there means the case has already been decided. Have you presented a story that the jury buys into? So maybe he's just trying to wait till he gets to court, and then it's the speech that he's supposed to give. Houston trial lawyer Frank, this is what Frank said, who has worked on cases with and against Buzbee, has known him since Buzbee was a clerk just out of law school. Tony Buzbee, yeah, he's a different cat, but he's leading the next generation of top lawyers in Texas. I've known Joe Jamal and John O'Quinn. I guess these are some top attorneys and whatever. And Tony is a throwback to that era. Mm. He has the legal abilities, the financial abilities, and most importantly, the I guess it's Huvos, that most other lawyers don't have. What the cojones? Is that what this is? I don't even know. I said the cojones. Actually, he didn't have to go that far back to find evidence of Buzbee flame. My dad is a true character, he says, of meat cutter Glenn Buzbee, who now tends his son's ranch outside of Atlanta. Oh, this is his daddy, because Buzbee said that he's a self-made millionaire. He said that he didn't come from money. He's self-made, so he feels a certain way about that. He said, my dad is a true character, he says, of meat cutter Glenn Buzbee, who now tends his son's ranch outside of Atlanta, Texas. During courtroom breaks, Buzbee loves to tell stories about his old man, like the time he wrestled a bear to settle a barroom bet. He would not only fight at the drop of a hat, he dropped the hat himself. So Buzbee is saying that he come from a long line of won't play no games. This is what this attorney is saying. Buzbee recalls one altercation that started when his father called the parents of a boy who had thrown some of Tony's toys outside of the window. I'm not even going to read this whole thing. Basically, Tony's father called old boy daddy and said, come over here, come over here, come over here. We finna fight. The father never came. The other child's father never came, but then he eventually ended up coming because he probably had some drinks and got a little liquid courage and whatever. And then Tony's dad was in the house sleep with his drawers and stuff on. And then when he heard old boy yelling outside, come outside, Tony daddy came outside with his drawers on, went up to the man and socked him in his face. But then something was on the ground, so he slipped and fell. And then that's when the man got on top of him and started trying to fight him. And then something happened and the man got in his car and then drove off. But he said that his daddy don't play games. Buzbee said he did not apply himself in high school, but he desperately wanted out of this town. He wanted to get out of there. He wanted to live his life. And then he was in, the cadets, and our motto was the best in every way. And A&M gave me the confidence to believe it. And then that he got the confidence. And then he went straight into the Marines out of college, a newlywed, deployed to the Middle East. Because, he got married. He'd been married twice. The first time he was married in 1991 to 2017. And then by the first wife, he has 4 children. So then, he was married and then he did all of that stuff. And then he also said that he did some research and then he found out that his great-great-great-great-grandfather went to jail for murdering somebody. And I guess he said in so many words that made him feel good because he said that my family don't play games. So I'm just giving you a roundabout what he said. When Buzbee started winning $1 million judgments, he also started accumulating expensive cars. And then that's what he loves to do. He loves to get cars and stuff. And around the same time, Buzbee was starting to worry that his family, he and his wife Zoe, who have 4 children, was being defined by what they had, because he said he don't want to be defined by his money and stuff. That's what he said. But Buzbee is rich beyond his dreams. But in his heart, he's still the son of a meat cutter from East Texas. You remember those notes you used to pass around in school to the girls? Remember those? It would say, do you like so-and-so? Check yes or no. When I was in 6th grade, there was this girl. I liked her a lot. And when I got that paper back, under do you like Tony Buzbee, she had circled no. I was crushed. It feels the same way when you lose a case. It's the ultimate rejection. Rejection. That's what he said. As Buzbee excuses himself to polish an opening statement he's been working on for 3 weeks, the attorney he'll be facing might wish that little girl from Atlanta, Texas had checked. Yes. So that's who he is. I just wanted y'all to know that he's a Southern attorney. So I just found that pretty interesting, the type of attorney that he is, that he don't even like to win cases. He's self-made, he's rich, he's a bit cocky. I think he's a bit cocky. So then when I was thinking about when Jay-Z came out, don't you remember when Jay-Z first came out and Jay-Z was like, look, I'm cut from a different type of cloth. We ain't playing that over here. I'm like, ooh, this can be the battle of the something, because you got this black rapper man from New York City saying I don't play them games, but then you got this white Southern attorney saying I don't lose no cases. And for whatever reason, he went up against Jay-Z without doing full research on this case. So I'm just trying to figure out, is he going to bring other stuff? Is he going to bring other things? But then I found Tony Buzbee, not only this case, but I just found him interesting, period. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. We're going to present this one. So then I seen this. Now, I'm pretty sure someone talked about this before, but we're going to bring this over here to GenevasClosett because it says, Tony Buzbee, Tony, why is, pops the question. Wait a minute. Who is Tony? Tony accuses. Matter of fact, okay, we'll just go to this one. And it's crazy because I wasn't even going to go live today. I was not going to go live today. But then I said, you know what? I was just going to make a video for this. It said Tony Buzbee pops the question to Frances Moody on a private yacht on her birthday. Now, this was in June. This article came out June 24th, 2020. It's only 4 years ago, people. It is only 4 years ago. And it says, Houston trial attorney, where am I at? Okay, there I go. It says, Houston trial attorney Tony Buzbee is no stranger to making headlines. He ran for office last year against the mayor, blah, blah, blah. Now the former Marine is making waves for matters of the heart. In the Grand Style Wednesday, Buzbee, 52, dropped down on one knee and asked Frances Moody, his girlfriend of more than a year, for her hand in marriage on her 28th birthday. So that means that what they have been dating since she was 27, 26, 27 sometime, a 26, 27 piece, and this man is 52 years old. Nigga. You're not too far from what you're talking about with Jay. I know you got some children. He have got to have some children this girl's age. So Jay-Z, the girl was 13. Jay-Z had to have been about 31. And was that about 21? This one, you about 24, 25, depending on I'm trying to get the years. That's a hell of an age difference. So that means, let's say when this girl was 13, 23, 33, you were damn near 40. It's not too far from Jay-Z. I mean, you like to wait till people become, the right age. I just thought that was kind of. He proposed in a romantic oceanside setting on his yacht, deck out with the candles and roses. Oh, while on vacation in the Bahamas with the family members from both sides. Both sides were present. When she said yes, the crew had fireworks arranged. It was pretty special, said Buzbee. He spared no expense when it came to picking out the perfect engagement ring for Moody. Oh, Tito. Whom he met at a Houston charity event. Franco Valobra, whatever, created a one-of-a-kind stunner. Oh, the ring? Tell us more about the ring. The custom ring features a 10-plus carat cushion, brilliant cut diamond set in a platinum. What? He said that the diamond was one of the best he had ever seen. The jeweler echoed the sentiment. I've looked at diamonds all of my life. I've never seen a cushion brilliant, as beautiful as this. The diamond is judged to be an excellent stone, is tremendously transparent, and is elongated, which is unusual to find It is truly exceptional. 4 years ago, people, it was 4 years ago. And then they say they had some diamonds and them. He wanted the diamond to match the quality of Frances. Oh, who the little girl he getting proposed to? Okay, he went through more than 2 dozen stones. We looked all over the planet. He searched the planet for this stone for this little girl. He searched the planet. He said he wanted the very best gem in terms of quality and the most beautiful in terms of the overlook, the overall look, just like Frances. He wanted the best for Frances. Buzbee worked with the man to design a ring and the blah, blah, blah. Buzbee is a fundraising powerhouse for candidates. Wait a minute. Buzbee is a fundraising powerhouse for candidates and causes he backs. He hosted a fundraiser for President Trump at his River Oaks mansion in 2016. That usually do go hand in hand, don't it? Attorneys and politics, attorneys and the government. It usually do go hand in hand. I wonder, does him being an attorney do anything for this family? Help this family out in any way, especially since he is a fundraising powerhouse for candidates. And he did a fundraiser for President Trump in 2016. Moody, whose name is synonymous with Galveston. Who? Moody? Who? Frances? Why is that to be, we ask? Is the Galveston Regional Chamber of Commerce Director of Special Events. Oh, that's her job? Oh, Frances is the Galveston Regional Chamber of Commerce's Director of Special Events. Oh, okay. We are both excited not only to get married, but to join forces to do good for Houston and Texas. The couple has not set a wedding date, but I think as of now they're married because I don't know if they married. No, they married 2 years ago. So they had to had married in 2022 because I just looked it up and it said that they was married. So yeah, did y'all know he proposed and got married to a little girl? So now the girl got to be what, like 30, 31, and this man is 56 years old. Anyway, I'm not done. Let's get into it. We're gonna get into a little history. Now this history about to start. We about to do the History Channel right now. We about to go into a little history right now. Because I was like, her family, the Moody family. Well, who is this Moody family that you speak of? Who is the Moody's? And when I did the research on Moody's, I said, really, bitch? So this is the family that Buzbee has married into. Let's get into it. Who is Moody? Who is this Moody family that Frances Moody? Remember Frances Moody, Buzbee? The story starts with a man named William Lewis Moody Jr. He was born in Fairfield, Texas, about an hour east of Waco in 1865. So we're talking about a long time, people, 1865. This was during the time the slavery was just ending, okay? Slavery was supposed to just be ending. His parents were Farabee, whatever, Miss Moody and William Lewis Moody Sr., and it should be noted that Moody Sr.'s father, Jameson Moody, owned enslaved people in Virginia, just in case you didn't know that. Moody Sr. served in a Confederate Army during the Civil War and later moved to Galveston, where he started W.L. Moody and Company. They worked in cotton and railroads. Anytime you see a family from the 1800s that got into cotton and railroads, that's long time money. That means that money ain't ended. That means ain't nothing about World War I, World War II, the Great Depression. Ain't none of them did anything to that money. Let them tell it. They'll be like, we lost $100 million. We done lost that $100 million. Lost $100 million from what, the billion? So what, you got 900 million left? Oh, okay. Oh, well, you all right. You all right. W.L. Moody Sr. and W.L. Moody Jr. went into business together, starting a bank in 1889. W.L. Moody Jr. went on to build an empire that included insurance, ranching, hotels, and newspapers. W.L. Moody Jr. became one of the richest people in Texas. Now, this is the family that Buzbee has married into. I think this all means something. I mean, the man is already cocky. He's already a self-made millionaire that, went up against BP companies or represented companies, and because they keep telling us about the celebrities or whatever, the football players. This man done did bigger things than that, you know. And now you done marry into a Confederate old Texas family that enslaved people and got their start from cotton and railroads that own the bank. In 1942, W.L. Moody Jr. and his wife Libby started the Moody Foundation. Now that's a foundation that's still going on to this day, a nonprofit that would and still manages the vast majority of their fortune after they died, and make charitable contributions to causes across Texas. This is some old school stuff. Then they died. Various Moody's would sit on the board of the foundation over the years, including their daughter, Mary Moody Northern. One Moody was convicted of defrauding the foundation in 1787, but over a lot of time, things around the state would come to bear the Moody name. There's a lot of things in Texas with the Moody name. There are 2 Moody Coliseums, one in Dallas and one in Aberdeen. There's Moody Towers at the University of Houston, the Moody Planetarium in Lubbock, whatever. If you're from Texas, you know what I'm talking about. In the Moody's hometown of Galveston, there are tons of things that bear the name Moody Mansion, Moody Gardens, the Moody Neuro Rehabilitation Institute. Dang, they got a whole neuro rehabilitation institute. Sheesh. Why is everything named after them? Someone asks. Well, the second part. All things in Austin are named Moody because the Moody Foundation donated a whole lot of money to each one of them. The beauty of the foundation mission is that we specifically help our nonprofits within the state of Texas, said Ross Moody, W.L. Moody Jr.'s great-grandson, and one of the current trustees of the Moody Foundation. He spoke to my KUTX colleague, Jeff McCord, in 2022. Many foundations focus on one very specific thing, like healthcare or education, but the Moody Foundation, what do you say? One of, if not the biggest foundations in Texas, donates money to a wide variety of causes. For instance, the Moody name is attached to 3 major music venues in Austin. Oh, hell no. Now, what music is this? Now, I didn't even read this part. I didn't know nothing about that. So the Moody's is connected to music too? So Buzbee done married into a family. He already in Texas. They super quadruple big in Texas, got money all through Texas, got this Moody Foundation that just be drizzling millions, just millions. And then they are attached to 3 major music venues in Austin. I live in Austin. I love Austin. The music scene is big, Ross Moody said. So the foundation has given big money to support music venues. In 2009, the Moody Foundation gave $2.5 million. Yes, they're not giving 10,000, 50,000, 170,000. No, they gave $2.5 million to help outfit ACL live at the Moody Theater. They got the Moody Theater. In 2017, it gave $15 million to help build the Moody Amphitheater in Waterloo Park. In 2019, it gave UT 130 million. And in return, we got the Moody Center. They was like, we give you 130 million, you give us the Moody Center. So this is so I wonder if that's why they were okay with a little girl, because like, she could have married anybody. She could have married another billionaire, another rich family, another rich family in Texas. She didn't have to marry this older guy, this older lawyer guy, just because he's an attorney in Texas. But this must be beneficial for both sides of the family. It got to be, because he into politics. I mean, but I'm pretty sure the Moody family is already dibbling and dabbling in the politics too. I'm pretty sure they dibbling and dabbling with the government too. But maybe this just is just even more of a dibble and a dabble. So maybe it was like They didn't mind their daughter getting with him because he's big in Texas. They're big in Texas. He's got a lot of connects as far as politics and stuff. They got connects as far as politics. I mean, I wonder if that got something to do with it. At first, the family was like, no, he's too old. And she was like, but mom and dad, but I love him. I love him, mom. I know he's older, but he's the best thing for me. I just love him. Like, was it that? Or, you know, or they was like, hell no. Or they was like, you know what? Maybe this would be good for the family. He knows Donald Trump, but they should know Donald Trump from Texas. They probably know the Clintons and wait, wasn't the Clintons from Arkansas? They probably know the Clintons and the Bushes. Bushes in them. Okay, let's get into something else right quick before I forget. Tony, lawyer, 500. Wait a minute. Tony Hustling, ruin art. Okay, let's get into this one. Because I found this because remember I said that he divorced his wife in 2017? Tony Buzbee divorced his wife in 2017. So that means that they had already been separated. So this happened in 2017. I know y'all saying this really bad first date. She hid in his house and wrecked Warhol paintings, police say, in 2017. This girl, did y'all see this girl? Where am I at? Am I on the girl? Authorities say an intoxicated Dallas woman on a first date with a prominent Houston trial lawyer caused at least $300,000 in damage to his art collection, including 2 Andy Warhol paintings. Lindy Lou Lehman, her skin looks horrible. Lindy Lou Lehman was arrested Saturday on criminal mischief charges after her date with Tony Buzbee. She was released on $30,000 bond. And online court records don't list an attorney for her. Whatever, prosecutors say Buzbee told investigators that the 29-year-old Lehman, so she was 29 too in 2017. So in 2017, he was messing with a 29-year-old. Then just so happened in 2020, he ended up proposing to a 28-year-old. So prosecutors say Buzbee told investigators that the 29-year-old Lehman got too intoxicated on their date, so he called her an Uber after they returned to his home. She allegedly refused to leave and hid inside the home when Buzbee found her. He says she got aggressive. Authorities say she tore down several paintings and poured red wine on some, and she threw 2 $20,000 sculptures. The damaged Warhol paintings were each valued at $500,000. Buzbee, 49, so that was a 20-year age difference, lives in River Oaks neighborhood of Houston. He is a Texas A&M whatever, and a lawyer. He represented Rick Perry when the former governor was accused of abuse of power. Last year, Buzbee was arrested on suspicion of driving while intoxicated. The case was dismissed by the Harris County District Attorney, and news accounts indicate Buzbee is still married. So at this time, he was messing around with this 29-year-old. They had not got the divorce yet. The divorce was not final. It says he was still married to his wife of 26 years, the former Zoe Benson, who he had 4 children by. Yeah. So maybe he feel like he better because he gets them over 18, 21. So he feel like he better, but shit, you damn near the same thing. Like you like little girls too. You like the little girls too. So I just found that interesting. After reading this whole thing and seeing who her family is, my whole thoughts was, is Tony Buzbee even going to let this case go? Because he got this whole thing with, he don't like to lose. And Jay-Z already done came out just about as cocky as you are, talking about in so many words, you're not going to get me. But then Tony Buzbee talking about that he don't lose cases. And if he feel like he finna lose a case, he finna go ball up into a ball and have a whole temper tantrum. Because he said that, you know, he just can't bear the thought of losing. He comes from this Texas, he already rich, and then you just married into a billionaire family. How much billions? How much billions? I read an article that said that this family, where's this article at? I read an article, Cars of the Millions, Five Questions Foundation. Here we go. $1 billion foundation. Let's read this. Let's read this. I'm popping up, and then this should be the last article right here. And this article has to do with the Moody family. So the Moody family, just their donation, their foundation. Is this Forbes? I don't even know. This is Forbes. Why is this on here? Okay, their foundation flush with new cash. Texas family pledges $1 billion to education. So they said they was giving $1 billion. Now this was last year in 2023. This Moody family. I mean, like, I know Jay-Z got family. I mean, got money, but and Buzbee got money, but let's say that he needed more money. He married into a family that got more money. So if he needed some extra money to help with this case, I'm very interested in seeing how this whole thing is going to go, because I start feeling like Buzbee might not lead this thing along with Jay-Z. He may have, because if you do, and you bag out and be like, you know what, I was wrong, this girl was wrong, she lied, then that's a whole apology. You're going to have to apologize and be like, you know what, I was wrong. That means that this black man, this black rapper man from New York City done beat you and said that you're a liar and made you look like a fool. And it doesn't seem like that he would be okay with that, or he done married into a family that would even be okay with that. So is he the type of person that you're going to keep pushing it? Are you going to go and find things to add to it? Just like how we feel like that they done did to all of these other cases, to the Diddy case, and how they did to Bill Cosby case, and how they did the R. Kelly case. Is he about to just go and find people because, God forbid you make him look stupid? God forbid. The three glass pyramids at the heart of the 240-acre Moody Gardens on Galveston Island rise 100 feet and are home to an aquarium, rainforest, an IMAX theater. Also within the complex is a golf course, a convention center, and a vast water park with the beach made of sandbars across the Gulf of Mexico. Okay. Moody Gardens was just a horse farm and hippotherapy center in the early 1980s when Robert L. Moody was seeking cognitive therapy for his son, Russell, severely injured in a car accident. My father immersed himself in understanding neurorehabilitation, says son Ross, who was 61 years old. The vision became grander. Moody, the third generation head of a famously wealthy and powerful family in cotton, railroads, insurance, and banking, built up Moody Gardens for decades using funding from his family Moody Foundation. Once completed, he gave it all to Galveston Parks and Department. The complex continues to be a big money maker for the city. Robert Moody Sr. died in early November at the age of 88, leaving control of massive personal and charitable fortunes to his 4 direct offspring. Moody Gardens is my father's greatest legacy, says Ross Moody. And he says it's in the spirit of his lifelong curiosity and love of learning that the Moody Foundation announced this week their pledge to invest $1 billion over 10 years into supporting and improving the education system of Texas. Anybody donating that much money, they got their hands all up in that. All up in it. There's no way you're gonna be like, I'm gonna give you $1 billion to just do whatever you want to do. Like, I'm gonna give you, just like they gave that 130. Remember that 130 million that they gave, and then in return they got some type of center or something. There's no way you're giving $1 billion. You're giving any of this money, not having your hands all up in it. It's just all intertwined in it. The timing, Ross says, has nothing to do with his recent deal making. Last year, he and his boards of directors sold publicly traded American National Insurance Company to Brookfield Reinsurance for $5.1 billion cash. Wait a minute, let me read that again. Last year, he and his board of directors sold publicly traded American National Insurance Company to Brookfield Reinsurance, okay, for $5.1 billion in cash. Still pending is the sale of the publicly traded National Western Life for $1.9 billion to Prosperity Life. Ross was CEO and chairman of both companies. From these deals, the Moody Foundation will eventually receive upwards of $2.5 billion, with trust for the benefit of the family members to glean several $100 million. After the sale of the foundation, it is a fortunate position to have the ability to give away additional tens of millions in gifts a year. Well, he can. I could. Geneva. I got a foundation. I got the Geneva Foundation. I need some. I need some of that. They can donate over. They giving it to. So I got to go to Texas. They're up for the challenge. There are already plenty of buildings with the Moody name on it. This is what they say. Drive north a bit to the campus of Rice University, and you'll find a striking new student center funded with a $100 million gift. Ross's daughter, Elizabeth, a foundation trustee for 5 years and Rice graduate, spearheaded that one. Yeah, there's more to it, but I ain't even. Since they've added $130 million for the new Moody Center and $20 million to fix up the Platoon Museum. And, wait a minute. Southern Methodist University in Dallas, which is 2021, received $100 million from her to build the Francis Ann Moody Hall to house the new Moody School of Graduate and Advanced Studies. They just keep building stuff. Anyway, what do y'all think of this? That's what I want to know. What do y'all think of this? All of this, all of this, all of this. I am very interested in seeing how this case is going to go. Are we done? Is it done? Is the case over with? Did they throw it out because the girl, she wasn't sure of what was going on? Hey, how everybody doing? How you doing? Shanta, Miss Cooper said long money. That's some long money right there. That's like when you at the gym and you pulling that thing, it just never ends. That rope is just going to keep coming and coming. Could say he liked younger women. Our grandpa liked younger women when they was dating. Some of our Black men dated younger girls back then, so we didn't trip out then. Grandma 13 probably dated. That is true. That is true. That was a thing back then. That was, yeah, messing with them little girls. They had absolutely no problem with it then, but then they had to stop it somewhere. Wait a minute. You're manipulating the babies. These babies. This girl's only 13 years old. You're manipulating the shit out of her. 15, 16. I mean, and then they still letting things ride out, at 16, 17, and that's young. You can be manipulated the shit out. If you can be manipulated as an adult, you can be an adult grown woman, grown as hell, and still get manipulated. Then the babies, they shouldn't have been having no babies or getting married at no 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, or 18. They should not have been doing it. That is way too young. This Tony Buzbee guy, it's very interesting. Tony B playing chess, not checkers, like Jay-Z and his attorneys. That's why, Ms. Cooper, I've said I'm very interested in seeing how this is going to go. Let me see. Dad drives 5 hours. This is what Just Wondering 717 is saying. Dad drives 5 hours to pick up his traumatized daughter in the middle of the night. Then another 5 hours back home with her. And Dad doesn't read. Dad was like, I don't. Wait a minute. I have. So what she say again? She said that I drove to pick her up. She in the car distressed as shit. She just distressed. She just looking like some stuff done went down. And I just done drove a whole 5 hours. And then I picked up my distressed daughter. She in the car. And I don't ask her nothing on the way back, them long 5 hours. I'm just driving. We probably turned the music on. We singing, na, na, na. Sing your part. I'm gonna do my part. Send a man to me, turn a man to me. So is that what y'all did? Like, what did y'all do? Well, she went to sleep and you just drove with the baby girl. I mean, like, is that what happened? Like, how do you drive? Just wondering, 10 hours. And he said he don't remember. He don't remember a conversation. He don't remember her looking distressed. He don't even remember driving. What type of that's why I'm like, what type of shit is this? Tony, you said that you are the shiznit when it comes to being an attorney. You said you don't play games. based on how this is going, you might as well just get ready, get your spot in your bedroom, because you definitely gonna be curling up, just crying, like just having you a whole temper tantrum, because this is not looking too good. It doesn't make any sense to me. That's why I'm wondering, is he gonna add on to this? Is he gonna just go find some people? Now, what is this thing that I was reading on Rolling Stones? It says Tony Buzbee sues Jay-Z Rock Nation for conspiracy to obstruct justice. And then Tony Buzbee, you know, that picture, that article I was reading from 10 years ago, where he was talking about that he a cocky attorney and so many, he looked better then. 10 years later, he is not looking too good. And this girl, Mary, no, this had to be some rubbing elbows type of thing. It had to be. It had to be, because he looking a little older. Jay-Z's war with attorney escalated Wednesday when Buzbee brought a lawsuit alleging Rock Nation and lawyers associated with the rapper's company used shadowy operatives. They did some messed up stuff and promised paydays to illegally entice former Buzbee clients into filing frivolous claims against him. What? Explain yourself. Jay-Z has vehemently denied the woman's heinous accusations and vowed to discredit Buzbee. The Rock Nation mogul, whose real name is Sean Carter, says the national trial attorney previously sent him a demand letter that he equated to extortion. I have no idea how you have become such a deplorable human, Mr. Buzbee, Carter said in a December 8th statement posted on X. I have seen your kind many times. I'm more than prepared to deal with your type. Ooh-wee. These are fighting words. These are two men about to fight. One from the East Coast, one from the South. What you want to do, what you want to do. They finna fight. I really don't believe that Jay-Z did that personally, just to be perfectly honest with you. I really don't believe it. I really don't believe it. On Wednesday morning, Buzbee took to Instagram to say he was filing the new lawsuit against Rock Nation Carter's longtime powerhouse law firm, Quinn Emanuel, and Mississippi attorney Macy Martin. Complaint. Garcia was approached by two pushy investigators who tried to convince him to join a class action against Buzbee firm with the promise of likely compensation. Buzbee claims investigators were part of an effort against him that is being financed by Rock Nation and orchestrated by Quinn Emanuel and Croft. Defendants have conspired to obstruct justice by engaging shadowy operatives to illegally seek out more than 24. What? Anyway, 24 current and former clients of the Buzbee law firm to convince those clients to bring frivolous cases against the Buzbee law firm. Buzbee says Garcia recorded some of his interaction with the alleged agents. He recorded some of it. Also, there is recordings. There is talks. There were talks. Rock Nation quickly responded Wednesday by slamming the complaint. Tony Buzbee baloney lawsuit against Rock Nation is nothing but another sham, the company said in a statement to Rolling Stone. It's a pathetic attempt to distract and deflect attention. This sideshow won't change the ultimate outcome, and true justice will be served soon. Tony Buzbee has now conjured up fantastical, they said fantastical people, allegations against me and my firm, well-known corruption fighters, in a desperate attempt to distract from his mounting legal woes. We look forward to addressing these false allegations and having them dismissed, Croft said in her own statement. We assume this frivolous lawsuit is an attempt to distract from his other frivolous lawsuits. We have no idea what he is talking about. They said we have no idea what he is talking about. During a press conference at Rock Nation on December 6th, Carter's lead attorney from blah, blah said he had no idea what Buzbee was referring to when he first made claims on social media that investigators were showing up at his client's door. Zero connection to those people. Yeah, I don't know. It's more of it. It's more. He was saying, wait, did he say he was threatening someone? Oh, squeeze money out and threaten? that's basically all that I came on here to say. I just came on here to say that. Who was he? I just found that to be very interesting that this is a family, this Moody family. He married this girl because this girl came from money. Not, I mean, he liked them young anyway. You know, he liked the babies. He do like the babies. But this girl got some, this girl family got some money. And she is already the something of the Chamber of Commerce. You know, so they just done gave her a job. It's like, girl, what job you want? You want to do something? You don't have to do nothing. You can just relax, take some vacations, come to the fundraisers with us when we're giving billions away. Oh, you want to work? Okay, you want to make your own money? All right, all right. Which one you want to do? Because we got all the Texas, all of this whole state, that's ours. What you want, Francis? Francis was like, well, I like business. I like to help entrepreneurs. What about the Chamber of Commerce? We're gonna take it. We're gonna make you the head. You're gonna be the head of the Chamber of Texas, Galveston, whatever. We just gonna give it all to you. So yeah, so she got her little job that the family gave her. She don't have to work. She really don't have to. That's why he was like, he went searching for that ring. Can you imagine if he would have bought her like a 2-carat ring? Yeah, the family would have been like, what? He would have got her a seven. You know, even the 10, she was probably like, oh my God, this is beautiful. This is nice. Oh my God. My cousin Clarissa, yeah, her husband bought her a 15. But this is beautiful. I love it. Mwah. Thank you. We're getting married. Very interesting. I can't even see myself. I can see myself now. Oh, snizzap. I done popped the dang on thing. Now, what was I saying? Hey, Cheryl T, how you doing? Hey, Ty. Hey, Ty. Hey, Abundance. Hey, Abundance. How you doing today? Tony B. Chestnut. Yeah, that's very true. I'm so extra. So extra. I done lost my dang on thing. Lost it. Okay. But anyway. So yeah, I just wanted to come on here and say that to you all. People read that to you so we can get a little bit more information about Buzbee. I'm going to be sitting in the background paying attention, seeing what's going to go on with this. Is this case going to continue? Or is this about to be over? Did Tony Buzbee realize he just wasted his time and he didn't do this research? Is this a real case? Did Jay-Z really mess with that 13-year-old girl? Are these the things that's really happening? Did he really not mess with the 13-year-old girl? Is Tony Buzbee just trying to go after him? What is really going on? Inquiring minds really want to know. I was going to add to this too, but I forgot what I was supposed to be adding to this. I was going to say something else. Oh, I know what I was going to say. I don't even think it had anything to do with that. Don't you remember when I came live the other day, I was showing y'all this thing, this art thing that you can use to make to make these notebooks, to decorate these, my hair's off, to decorate these notebooks. Remember I showed y'all this right here, this diamond painting notebook set, and I done already started using it. And then remember I showed y'all how it come with the little stones, and it came with all the things to decorate the notebooks, and it already had 4 notebooks in it. Well, I started decorating. I already decorated. I put the stones on it. Isn't this cute? Look at it. Look at it. It looks 3D and stuff. I think that this is a good gift. If somebody would have bought me this, if I didn't already have it, and somebody would have bought me this for Christmas or just bought me this as a gift, I would have loved this. So it took me probably about an hour to do this, to get the stones. And you know what? The numbers and stuff on there, the numbers and the letters on here for you to know what color stones to put on there are very small. So I did have to take my phone, take a picture of it and blow it up so I can actually see some of the numbers and letters down at the bottom, so I knew what color stones and stuff to use when I knew what color stones and stuff to use when I was doing it. But I absolutely love this. And then I did this one too, which is the 3D of the girl walking her dog. Yeah, it took me about an hour to do it. It probably could have took a little longer because I kept stopping and doing other stuff. But I really like this. So if you know someone creative who likes to create and do things, then I think that this will be a good gift. And it don't even have to be a Christmas gift. It can just be a gift. So this is originally what it looks like. So look at this one, because then I'm going to do this one and then bring it back to you. This is it without the stones. And then this part too, when you take the plastic off, it is really, even when I put my finger on there, it is really sticky. So when you place the stones on there, it stays. You don't have to add any glue to it, do any extra stuff. If anything, sometimes stones, you may put a stone and it drops somewhere else. You got to try to get the stone off. And it came with like some little tweezer things to use, but I have some other ones that I use when I'm doing my nails. I use that one because it was easier to pick the stones up and lay it on the notebook where it's supposed to be at. But yeah, I'm going to put the link down below in the description box just in case you're interested in any of these and getting this for someone that you know. And then this is the other one. So those are the two that I haven't did yet. I haven't did the cow one yet, and I haven't did the Indian one yet. But I might wait because now I'm almost done. Then when I do these two, I'm going to be done. I'm not going to have anything else to do. And I really enjoy doing this because it takes time. It takes a little time, not a lot of time, but it takes a little time. But like I said, I'll put the description at below. That would have been a great Christmas gift. I love black and white. You know what you do, Ty. You really do love black and white. Because when I did it, I wanted to use, because, you know, there's so many colors, different color stones. I wanted to use the pinks and whatever, and it only had me using black, the silver ones, and then the red and like some little yellows that went inside the umbrella, like those stars or whatever. That's why I did this one next, because I wanted to do the color and stuff. But yeah, this one is really cute. You would have really liked this one. And I wonder if they have other designs or if these are the only notebooks that they have with these 4 designs. I don't know, but it came from Amazon. So like I said, I'm going to put the link up there so you can go and check it out. But yeah, that's why I came on here today. And I guess I'm happy that I came on and didn't make a video. I didn't make the video. I just came live, read it all to y'all. But I would like to know what you think about this whole case. Do you think that this thing is about to get thrown out? Tony Buzbee? He may be cocky. He may be a cocky Southern attorney, but he just gonna have to get over it because you done messed up on this one. Or do you think he's gonna go try to find some other things? Him, his money, and his wife's money is gonna go find some investigators and try to find something to bring up some other things against Jay-Z. I would just love to know what you think. I would really love to know. But I'm about to get out of here, people, because I don't know. I guess I'm probably about to go make some coffee or something. Matter of fact, I probably wouldn't mind coming back talking. Let me see how I feel once I make my coffee and stuff. But I'm getting out of here, people. Love you. I'll talk to you later. Please make sure you like and share this video and subscribe to Geneva's Closet if you haven't already done so right here on YouTube. And you can follow me on Facebook at Geneva's Closet. And you can email me at GenevasClosett22@gmail.com. You all have a fabulous day, and I'll talk to you later, people. Bye. Did I end it? I don't even know.
I would like to know how you all feel about this situation, and while you are letting me know, could you please like and share this video and subscribe to Geneva's Closet if you haven't already done so right here on YouTube. And you can follow me on Facebook at Geneva's Closet, and you can email me at GenevasClosett22@gmail.com. You all have a fabulous day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.